Hi Aries, welcome to your May tarot reading. I am the Starchaeologist. This is Starchaeology Tarot. We're going to be doing some deep digging into you, uncovering some real treasures, some real mysteries, all under the healing divine guidance of the star, how I think of the universe being our ultimate healer. And the universe, guys, is only the macrocosm of us, the microcosm. We're healers too. We are healers of ourselves. This is what we're here to do. Is this too much intro? Let's get into shuffling the cards. I want to deliver a message to you that will best align you with your highest self, highest path, highest good. If you have additional intentions you want to throw on top of that, throw them in, because we're about to shuffle some cards. Let's go. Aries, you had a big ending last month, as well as some potential new beginnings. So this is very interesting, the way that this month is starting out for you, May. We've got the Seven of Swords paired with the Wheel of Fortune. Is there something that you are hiding right now? Some sort of secret, or some sort of perhaps self-deception that might be going on. If nothing comes to mind regarding a literal secret, then this could very well mean simply something that is being stolen from you. This Seven of Swords is known as the Thief card, and it sometimes shows up when we feel that someone or something is stealing too much of our time, our energy, our mental power. This is a Swords card, so very well could be that it's taking up too much, it's stealing brain space from you, but also creativity, ideas. It also could just be a selfish person in your life who's simply just taking too much of you, of your energy and your essence, kind of like an energy vampire in your life. Regardless, this could be, there might be some sort of advantage, someone taking some sort of advantage of you. And it's a time to use your mind and intellect to really get to the bottom of that and uncover the truth of that. I also see for some of you, though, that this is not so obvious as an entity that is separate from you. This could be a mental obsession of sorts that no one is forcing you to think about but yourself, and you find so much of your time and energy and mental space feeling like as if it's stolen from you because you can't help but think about that thing, worry about that thing, have anxiety over that thing. The reason it's showing up as a Thief card, though, as opposed to, say, the Nine of Swords, a full-blown anxiety card, is because this mental power, this energy that you have, could be so better used towards something else. And there is an element of precious resources being stolen from you right now. You could, whether someone else is deceiving you or you are deceiving yourself in this mental space, in this thought process, now is the time to really uncover the truth. Paired with the Wheel of Fortune, this outing of this thief, this outing of this secret, of this deceit that is happening, or this illusion, it's it's destined to happen right now. You have a destined change of course that you are right on schedule for right now. So what's done is done. Don't bother thinking about the things that have been stolen from you. Now is the time where you change course and where you move to the next thing that you were supposed to be moving towards. The Wheel of Fortune appears when destiny is stepping in and taking the wheel. We often don't feel like there is anyone else's hand involved in our lives except for our own. It's very easy to just feel like, I think also for you, Aries especially, you are your self-starters, your go-getters. Your comfort zone is feeling very much like you are in control of everything, and that it is your right and responsibility to be in control of everything. Now is a time where you can step back and let the hand of fate, some external force, help guide your hand, steer the wheel with you. And I think that this wheel is being steered to lead you to the truth. The way that events are shifting right now, the way that destiny is unfolding, the synchronicities that appear, those chance observations that you are catching, those chance coincidences that you are noticing, those are by no means chance. They are very purposeful clues that are giving you the tools to put together, using your mind and intellect to put together what is the true nature of this deceit. Whether it is you deceiving yourself, or it is someone or something in your life deceiving you. Whatever it is a mental deceit. It is a deceit of your thoughts. A deceit in the words that are spoken to you, the words that you speak to yourself, or the thoughts that you think. And destiny is stepping in to help you open your eyes. Fate is stepping in to help open your eyes. If you discover something that is the thing that you would least expect in this situation, I'm telling you now, don't be surprised, because that change of course, the change of course that we least expect is often what happens when destiny takes the wheel, because it feels so far out of left field. It's like, why is this happening? Where's the logic behind this? But it almost in its randomness, we see the purpose of it. Because it's like, how would this happen? Logic can't explain this. There is some greater force that explains this. And that greater force is fate. That greater force is destiny. It's the universe stepping in to help guide you. Whatever happens to you during this time, whatever is revealed to you mentally, whatever that discovery is, the unveiling of that secret, the unveiling of that truth, seeing through deceit, seeing through fraud, that is most likely in your thoughts or in words that either you are speaking or someone is speaking to you, that unveiling will only bring you closer to your life's purpose. Because the Wheel of Fortune, the acts of the Wheel of Fortune, only add up to alignment for us. All the actions that come from that Wheel of Fortune energy, all the actions that come from destiny, from a root of destiny, always serve the macro picture. They always serve us in the biggest, widest perspective, that spiritual stance, the looking at us as a soul in evolution. And so this is not some small potatoes thing. This is not like something that's just going to change, what your Saturday looks like. This is something that really aligns you in with your higher self in a very, very deep way, in a fundamentally shifted way. I also think that this is going to reveal things about your past to you that might be hard to face. The advice and action to take, the cards in that position, we've got, hold on, we've got the Ace of Wands plus Judgment. So with that Judgment card, I mean, that is all about letting the past live in the past. What is done, and it's time for you to just assess that with an eye of truth. Don't assess it with the thoughts that maybe cloud what really happened, or the words that someone tells you about what happened, because their reflection of it is not your truth. It's what you think, what you say about it, that determines how you assess that, how you process it, and how you then let go of it. If you are assessing something by someone else's truth, by someone else's metrics, someone else's judgment of a situation, you're not really honoring your truth, your higher self, your power, your own innate power you have to accurately assess that situation that helps you. That helps you grow. You're only hearing someone else's interpretation of that, which is always going to be framed in a way that helps them. It is important that you look at this, whatever this unveiling is, whatever this secret that is coming to the surface, whether it's a secret of yours, someone else's secret, some sort of deceit that the light is being shed upon. This light is very, very positive. And even if you discover things that you don't like, or whether it's in someone else or even in yourself, forgiveness is crucial here. Forgive yourself for having these thoughts. Forgive the other person for speaking these words to you. It's only with forgiveness in that Judgment card that we're really able to ever let go of anything. All letting go requires a forgiveness. Because of course the things that we can't let go of are the things that we harbor negative feelings about. It's easy to let go of the positive things. We don't have an attachment to them. We have attachment only to the fear of losing them, which is by its very nature negative. It's very dark. So this, whatever this darkness is, there is a forgiveness that needs to happen there. That is how you can let go of it and really move on. You are the person in charge of whether you decide something or someone needs to be forgiven, or whether they did their very best and there's nothing to forgive them for. That goes for your feelings about yourself too. You are the judge here. You are the person that assesses that. So as destiny is shifting this for you, shifting your course, a crucial part of actually taking the first step in that new direction, of meeting the universe halfway, of saying yes to whatever chance synchronicity they are throwing your way, whatever crazy random door that the universe is suddenly opening up for you. In order for you to actually move through that door, move through that portal, you need to really use this Judgment card, you need to harness the energy of this Judgment card, which is all about forgiveness and letting go, and accurately assess by your own rules, by your own metrics, what the past means to you. It really also has to do with just like rewriting stories, right? Our brains run on a loop of the stories that we tell ourselves. What stories are you telling yourself about the past? What lies are in those stories? What deceits? What secrets are not included in those stories that ought to be included? Being truthful in your stories, being transparent, both ways, whether it's taking ownership of something you're ashamed to take ownership of, or treating yourself with more kindness and love and understanding than you've been treating yourself in those stories. Whichever extreme it is, both of those are forms of deceit, are forms of I'd say betrayal too. Both of those extremes in those stories that we tell ourselves can steal parts of ourselves from us, can keep parts of ourselves from us, can keep the truth, our truth, from us, so that we're, I hope I just didn't hit that mic, so that we're oh shoot, I forgot what I was saying. So that it doesn't keeping keeping things from ourselves, keeping truths from ourselves keeps us from aligning with our own truth. And our own truth is crucial for when it comes to aligning with our life's purpose and also going after the things that we want. This Ace of Wands paired with this Judgment card, this is, you have to let go of something in the past if you want to make a fresh start towards the thing that you desire. This Ace of Wands is fire. That is all about soul purpose, motivation, what fuels you, what is pushing you through life. And whatever it is, this thing that you want, the birth of this new identity, the person that you want to be, or the birth of this new creative project, the birth of the family that you want, whatever it is, it's the start of your heart's deepest desire at this point in time. What is your next deepest desire that you want? Or maybe it's been the same thing for years and years and years, which is all the more reason to double down now on the letting go of that past, rewriting the deceitful stories that are looping in your brain. Because there is something there, the key towards actually moving towards the thing that you want is somewhere in that shift. It's somewhere in that shift of being truthful, revealing a secret, unveiling the deceit that's been happening in your thoughts or in the words that you're speaking or the words that are being spoken to you. It's a mental revelation, a mental unveiling, a mental facing of the truth, of your truth. And that's step one. And the second part of that is then letting go of it. Forgiving yourself, forgiving whoever is involved in that. I'm hearing for some of you, forgiving God, forgiving the world for being the way it is, and trusting that this shift will align you with your soul's purpose, that this is destined right now. This is destined for you this month in May. This is big. This has the potential to be very big for you. We often hold on to these deceits, to these negative loops, to these suppressed secrets or false stories, fraudulent stories, because we think that they're providing us some sort of comfort, some sort of security blanket, and we worry who we will be when we actually let them go, when we actually start being honest with ourselves about them. We worry that somehow we'll lose touch with the pain that defines us. That pain doesn't have to define you. That pain can be better used, oh my God, better, and not wasted. Some of that pain, whatever hard experiences you've been through, there is a waste happening, a theft happening, because you're using those things to define yourself in a way that's holding you back, as opposed to using those things to help build you up into the next person, the next version of yourself you can become. And those moments of suffering, those moments of pain can still serve as bricks in the, if we're a pyramid, they can still be crucial parts of material, like a single brick that helps build us higher. But that doesn't mean that that one brick defines the entire pyramid. It's just a part of us. And when we treat it as just one of many parts, these are all the components that make up who I am, that make up my story, as opposed to this is my one story. I am diminishing myself to this one-dimensional experience, this single thing, and denying the fact that I'm a complex being. That kind of attachment to that one thing then ends up defining us and holding us back, as opposed to being a tool to build us up, to help us grow and build into something else and something greater and help others. We can use that pain to help others. You can still be in touch with that part of who you are and tell it as part of your whole story, not your entire story. Does that make sense? The outcome of this, I think, if you're really able to let go, if you're really, really able to face this truth this month, to come face to face with whatever fraud, whatever deceit. I'm also hearing some of you maybe are feeling like an imposter syndrome, a sense of imposter syndrome. It's another element, I think, of this thief card, of this seeker card, feeling like you've been pretending to be someone that you aren't. Whatever it is, letting it go, having forgiveness, and leaving it in the past where it belongs, then you are stepping into such power. We have double page energy here, which is all about, just an extension of that Ace of Wands, all about new beginnings. We have the Page of Swords plus the Page Daughter of Wands. Pages also represent not only beginnings, but strong groundings. Pages are earth energy. So this is like creating this will lead to a new foundation for you mentally and also in your soul purpose, wands, in your desire, in pursuing what lights your soul on fire. You're creating a foundation that you can trust, as opposed to a mental structure that is completely untrustworthy, that is full of deceit, that is tricking you, that is false, that is fraud, that is keeping something from you, keeping you from your truth. You can't build anything from that Seven of Swords place. That is not solid ground. This is leading you to building a new solid ground, a new way of thinking, new stories to tell yourself that actually serve the purpose they should be serving, of aligning you with your truth and bringing you closer to this thing that you want, Ace of Wands. We combine that Ace of Wands with this Daughter of Wands, and you are well on your way towards achieving a dream, getting closer to the thing that you want. The Daughter of Wands is also just very, very passionate, and being page, daughter, this is very feminine energy. So this is also getting in touch with sort of like the part of your spirit that is free. This free spirit that is very creative and maybe even like breaking away from convention in some ways. If there is a creation of a foundation here that is incredibly feminine for you. Perhaps you've been leaning more on the masculine side, depending on and relying on logic, on structure, on fitting inside the authority of someone else, fitting your life inside someone else's rules. This is a time where getting in touch with your feminine, which has no structure, which is free flowing, which all resides in emotion, intuition, is really boundless. This is creating a foundation in that part of who you are, balancing out the masculine energy that maybe has been contributing to whatever's been deceiving you. How has structure been deceiving you? How has logical thinking been deceiving you? Relying too much on what we consider to be fact, instead of relying on your feelings, instead of valuing your feelings more, valuing your intuition more, getting as much information from that place, from this sacred feminine place, as much as that sacred masculine place. Both are crucial to how we live our lives and how we think about our lives, how we pursue the things that we want, and how we feel happy, how we feel fulfilled and good. Both of those things are always calling to be in perfect balance, the yin and the yang. And I do feel that something has been out of balance for you in that way. That's why we just have outcome is just it's such a deep dive into more the feminine side of things. I hope this was helpful, Aries. This is the beginning of this month might be hard for you. Don't be discouraged by that. Don't be discouraged by that, because it's only by facing the things that are hard to face that then we open ourselves up to our greatest blessings. And remember that the universe has a hand in this, has a hand in this shift of events for you, has a hand in holding up the truth for you to see. So don't be afraid to see it. Don't feel like you need to continue closing your eyes to it. It's not as scary to face as you think it is. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools we have in this world. And whatever it is, if you're able to approach it from a place of love and forgiveness, then you can really leave it in the past and see it for the value that it has had for you. Because undoubtedly, no matter how you feel about it, even if it makes you feel sad or bad, or you feel like a victim, whatever it is, there was a lesson in it. And you can be the judge of what lesson that was. You assign the value of it. If you decide that it was important for this reason, then it was important for that reason. That is what lets you have forgiveness, leave it in the past, assess it so that it aligns you with your own truth and builds you up rather than keeps you down. And then opens up the rest of your world for you to move through. By the end of May, you have the opportunity to build a foundation, the foundation of a mental, spiritual home that you can live in, that you can trust, that you can rely on, a mental sanctuary that you can return to, that you know will be supportive of you, and a devotion to your dream, to your life's purpose, that also gives you strength and support so that you don't feel alone in pursuing that, or you don't feel ill-equipped to pursue it, or you don't feel like an imposter pursuing it. All of this is chosen for you. This is all part of your path, the path that is meant for you. And you're on it. So face those truths, assess them according to your own rules, let them go, and start building something new. What you build in its place will be very, very strong. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Please send it to your Aries friends, or send it to your not Aries friends, because guess what? I'm doing all 11 other signs, guys. And May's gonna rock. In the words of Justin Timberlake, it's gonna be May. That doesn't really mean anything. It's gonna be May. So, you know, we gotta be proactive about it. We can't avoid it being May. So let's just educate ourselves as much as we can and prep for stepping into our power, our greatest versions of ourselves in May. Because guess what? May's coming. It's gonna be May. We can't avoid it. Thank you so much.